Hello everyone, this is Vinay here from Learn Coding with Vinay, and we are into the video number 19 of our series where we are building movie rating application using ASP.NET Core MVC, MicroORM Dapper, and ChatGPT as our coding assistant. Right. In the previous video, we saw changing the image of the content. Right. In this video, we will work on editing rest of the details which are listed at the right side. Right. So we'll work on this. So let's dive into it. I have prepared this prompt for this. Let me bring that on. Okay. So I'm saying over here that let's work on updating the other column of the content. Let me share our content entity over here. So I'm sharing the content entity with ChatGPT. We let me also inform that we already have these fields displayed on screen as well. We just need to work on post method. We have these fields displayed FIELDS fields displayed on screen as well. So let me just keep these up to this only. Otherwise, it might not give us the proper prompt, proper response. Right. And here again, I am reminding it that we have this many columns of the entity, content entity. We don't need poster. We don't need is approved by over here, right? Rest everything would be needed. So let's push this to ChatGPT and see. So let me go to ChatGPT. Let's push this and wait. Okay, so ChatGPT has generated the response. Let's start with the store procedure, right? Let me copy this. Let me go to SSMS. I'll just say Control A, Control V, and here it is saying that we are updating the how many fields we are taking. Okay, let me just quickly go through fields. Okay, so these are good. Let me just execute it. It gave me error. Operator type class unique identifier is incompatible with int. Okay, what is over here? Let's see. Unique identifier we had. Oh, okay. This should be integer only actually. Let's say. Okay, great. This one worked. Now let's go to the next step. And the next step it is saying that we will be your naming concern VM. Yeah, okay. Content update VM. Okay, let me see if we already have this because we already have something over here, right? But that is used to display. So let me see what do we have, because for post we don't need many properties, we just need specific, specific in the sense we just need this many properties, right? So that's why it might have created the separate VM. So let me create this in background and come back. So let me show you what I did. I just created this content update VM. I'm keeping the name same because otherwise you'll have to do a lot of changes. Now the next step. So I have the method in I repository, I content repository. So let's have it over here. Save it. Let's have the repository actual implementation. So we'll go to content repository. We'll paste it over here and we'll take this over here and we'll keep it con dot. Okay, great. Now let's go to the ChatGPT again. Let's take this controller method, copy this, and let's put it down into the content controller. So let me remove this debugger. I'll just say Control V, and we, yeah, okay. So it is saying we might need to load. Okay, let's keep this as of now. Not keep this. We are expecting everything good, and we can actually do that when we are into the edit. Okay, so this is how the drop downs were created. So let me take that. So it is not this. Let me just copy paste this, and it should be model dot content. Oh no, it is not model dot content in that case. Hmm. This should not be this. Okay, let's remove this as of now. Let's just keep the positive scenario. So last updated by, this is good, user ID. Last updated on current date and time, this is good. This is good. Again, let me make this success only. Okay, so this looks good. Now let's move to the next. Now here we will have to give each them the name. We'll have to make sure that we give the name. Otherwise it will not work. So let me go over here. Let me go over here. And here we have the form. We will have to give each the name. Let me, no, this directly will not work. We will definitely have to give them name, because we are only posting partial data. So, or maybe let's try this. Let's try this, what it is saying. In my opinion, it will not work, but let's see. So let's keep that as it is. Let me put it over here, drop down, and update details. That's okay. We have save button or something. Okay, so let's run it and see. So I have logged this as help desk guy, and let's edit this detail. Okay, so let me just mark this updated. Let me mark this as updated. Instead of movie, I'll say web series. It's Hollywood, I'll say Bollywood. Superhero, I would say rom-com. I want to change this date to 20 instead of 19. This I'll make it to 150 maybe. Budget, I'll make it to 950. Just want to make sure that it is updating everything. This is 1750. This is active. Okay. Now let me say save details. And let's see if this model has the values, then we are in a safe hand. No, it doesn't have. Right, okay. Yeah, so because we will have to write the name in each of the control. Right. So what I am telling is, let me go to over here. Since this is different model and we are submitting a different model, so to serialize it well, we will have to make sure that we are giving it a name this way only. Right. So what do we need to do? We have this. We'll have to give this name as content ID. Right. And then we will have to give this name as whatever we have in this. So it should be content name. Right. So like this, we'll have to do it for all control. Let me do that in the background and come back. So let me show you what I did quickly in the background. So for every control, I added name like this name content. I added, this should be actually, this time this has to be ID, because we have it as ID over here. Right. Okay. Great. Then name, short description, content type ID, industry type ID, genre ID, release date, content length, budget earned, and is active. Right. So because again, why we had to do this? We did already this for adding languages, adding, deleting, cast and roles, and image also. Why? Because we have a different VM that we have used to display, and while posting multiple sections, we have different VMs, right? We can't use this entire VM to post, right? Because it will be over posting. We don't need all those stuff, right? We just need whatever is required. So whenever in this section save button is clicked, we just need to deal with this data and send it to the backend, right? So let me run this and let's see now. So I am on the content screen. Let me edit this person, and as we did last time, let me mark this all as updated. Instead of movie, let me make this web series. Let me make this Korean superhero instead of suspense crime thriller. Let's say this. Let me just increase this to both these. Right, let me make this 150. Let me make this 950. Let me make this 17500 active. Let's okay. Let me save these details and let's see what do we see this time. See, now we see all the values, which is good. Last updated by, that's okay. We are updating it in the over here. So we have last updated by, oh, why? What just happened? Let me see. Null. Why? Ah, okay. Because it's not user ID. So let me correct this one also. See, ChatGPT again, missed this thing. That's okay. So you need to be a little careful while using this. So what we need to do, we'll have to take this get session values. We'll have to copy paste it over here. We'll come down, and this has to be now this if this is already done. So what we just need to remove this. Right. So if user is null, we are redirecting it to again login page. If user is not null, then we don't need to pass it actually, because it consider, remember, it consider ID as the GUID, but we don't have it as a GUID. We have it as integer only. What is the problem over here? Cannot color and okay. So I think in the model also it might have taken GUID. Okay, so this is integer, not GUID. So this should go away now. Okay, great. Now this is also good. Okay, and let's update this, and then and this is okay. This looks good now. Let me run this and see. Let me edit. Let's have this updated. Let me make this Korean. Let me make this web series. Let me make this suspense crime thriller. Let me just increase this one. Let me make this 150. Let me make this 950, 1750, and active. Okay, let's say save details. Let's check this quickly. So we have, okay, everything looks good. Everything seems to be updated. Let's move ahead. Okay, it seems to be a success. Let's say, okay, so it got updated. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to list, and we should not see it over here. Yeah, we are into the U now. Excellent. Let me edit it again, and at least just let me make these Avengers only, so that we see it in the first list itself. A, basically starting with A. Okay, great. Let me close it. Let me go back. Now we are on A. Right. So this is working very nice. Right. So we are done with edit functionality over here. Right. In the next video, we will work on now the approval process. Right. So what we did, we have given help desk, to option to create new movies, new series, and everything. But that has to be approved by the admin. Then and then only it will come on an actual website. When we work on the home page, then we will only consider those content those are active and is approved by the admin, right? So before that we will work on the approval functionality. So that's it in this video, and see you in the next video. Thanks a lot guys for watching the video.